My name is Lucien Perit, and I'm from Haiti. And I moved to this country like 18 years ago, looking for a better life. And everybody think the dream is come to the United States to get a better life. But when we come in over here, we can see the difference between our dream and the reality. And our dream was get the better life. When we come in, there's no better life because when we're looking for the job, it's really hard to get a job. And when we get a job, and the way we get treated, and it's not the way we think United States. People got money, got building, got hotel, everything going to treat us this way. And I work for the Starwood Hotel at the Western Hotel. I worked there for 18 years too. And since when I came in over here, when I started a young guy, a lot of energy, and a lot of people get a lot of respect for me because I do a lot. But today is not the same thing. After 18 years, you cannot do exactly what you did before, and everything's coming slow down. And thanks God, we fight a lot. The way the management at the Western treat us, we didn't like it. That's why we talked to the union and we negotiate with the union. We bring Local 26 over that building to negotiate to see how we can get a union in that place. And thanks God, we got a union, and then union try to control everything to help us. And we do that, you know why? Because we don't speak English the way we want to, and some little thing we don't know, and those people knows everything. So we need a third party, and the third party is the union. Any problem we got, we can go there and talk to them, and they can help us to resolve our problem, and that's what we did. And especially now for the negotiation, and they talk about negotiation, everybody's scared, and the management scared about that, and we know we're going to get what we want. We know what we want because since a long time ago we work for penny. We don't work for dollars. This year we want to fight a lot to work for a dollar because they want to see us live in the very poor, but we want to increase a little bit to get a better life.
Well, my name is Matthew Andrews, and I've worked at the Harvest for a year and 7 months, I believe. And I've worked at the I work in the produce department, um, and I just wanted to. I'm glad we're having this opportunity. I'm glad I have this opportunity to talk to people about what's been going on at the Harvest and what that experience has been like, because I think that people need to know when people need to know what's going on there, and I think it would really change the perception of what people think a co-op is. When I started working there, I kind of knew that it was kind of like a regular grocery store. Just the way they hire you, it's very much like a regular job. But I thought that it was, in a lot of ways, that it was going to be more of a progressive alternative to your typical grocery store. And I think a lot of people who started the co-op, I've had the chance to meet some longtime co-op members who would tell me about how the co-op used to be more member run, more member involvement. And now, as far as I can see, there's pretty much none of that. People just pretty much come there to shop and use their discount cards, and over the years the benefits and responsibilities of being a member, both of those have decreased quite a bit.
Why did you work at the? Why did you come to the hotel? I mean, did you do restaurant business before? Before you worked at?
No,
You had never done it before.
no, I was a journalist in my country. I was a journalist in my country.
Okay.
Yeah, just come over here and then try that. That's the easiest money, quickest money. That's all.
Uh, like you were there when the union came into the hotel, right?
I was one of them under the management. It was me, one guy from Dominican Republic, Octavio. You was some people from Banquet, and we tried to talk to those people, any coworker, talk to them a little bit, go to the house and talk to them. We need union in this place. You know why? Because we get fired at that time. We get fired coming 5 minutes late. If you punch in 5 minutes after your shift, you get fired for that. We get fired for no reason. And I remember one lady get fired because he ate a piece of crackers, and no respect for us. When we call union, come in, we fight, we vote, and then that's why we get union on the lapses. Thanks God we get union, and nothing changed. We fight a lot, but they respect us a little bit.
And then there was in December an employee who was fired because he had a medical appointment, and he left work and he told management he was leaving, and they agree on this. This isn't just one side of the story, but they agree on the facts. He left for a medical appointment. He was gone for a little more than an hour. He came back and continued his shift. He'd had this medical appointment planned out, but he didn't actually punch out on the time clock. And when management found out about this, and this happens fairly regularly, people forget to punch out for some reason. That's usually just fixed. They can go in and they can change it. And I assume they check it before they cut the checks. They must make sure that the times are correct. But they fired him, and he had been working there. He was the supervisor for the deli. I mean, for the meat department. He was in the meat department as department head for like 4 years, and I think people were really surprised about that. And when people found out the real reason that was given for why he was fired, I think people were even more surprised. But I remember him being somebody who really took a lot of pride in his work, and he was the kind of person who wanted to advocate for his department, and he wanted to do more for his department, and he wanted to see people getting paid fairly. And I think he felt that management at the Harvest was pretty incompetent, and he seemed frustrated by trying to work with a lot of the people, the higher ups. So I think that they might have seen that as threatening, and they were looking for an excuse to get rid of him. And then the next month, only about a month later, another employee who'd worked in the deli for 4 years was fired, and this was after he'd been overlooked for a supervisor position. He'd actually been working. He'd been doing the job without the pay and without the title. He was working in the deli. The deli. There's an enormous amount of turnover, so the fact that he was there for 4 years and was way beyond anybody else. Usually people only last a couple months. And he was, I remember talking to him about it at work, and I said, you've got to ask for that promotion. You shouldn't be doing this work, making the schedules, making the orders, basically being the deli supervisor without the pay. And he did that. He talked to Mark Cutler, the manager of operations, and they had to put out a form to apply for the position. They put out the job announcement, and he said that he filled it out and that he put it in the human resources mailbox and didn't get a reply.